Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to the Charging, Volume 7, for our staff meeting on Wednesday, March 14th. As we have done with all of our Charging screencasts, as well as in our plannings for professional development, we're basing our efforts around our pyramid of priorities for this year. The specific part of the pyramid that we're going to be focusing on for our staff meeting is under the safe, healthy, and welcoming school environments. Specifically, we're going to continue our work with CLR, or culturally and linguistically responsive practices, and we're going to have some activities planned and facilitated by members of our ACE committee. So I want to introduce Hillary Haskell, who's going to explain to you the learning targets and background information for our activities.
Our time together next week will be centered around the following 3 learning targets. We will practice the 4 agreements of courageous conversations by discussing our thoughts and feelings about the 6 common belief statements that will be shared in a Google survey in Google Classroom. Our second target is to grow our cultural and linguistic responsiveness as a staff so that we are responsive to each other, our students, our parents, and our outline community. And the third is to introduce and discuss the concept of vabbing, validating, affirming, building, and bridging so that all of our students have access to the awesome things we're doing in our classrooms. As you think about and analyze the common belief statements in the survey, remember that we're going to be having courageous conversations with each other in small groups. And to try to agree to the 4 agreements, stay engaged, experience discomfort when you don't agree with something, speak your truth, what you think is important and matters. Expect and accept non-closure. We may not all agree with each other, but it's important to share our ideas. So vabbing, validate, affirm, build, and bridge. This is coming from the work that we're doing with Dr. Shiroki Hawley in culturally and linguistically responsive teaching and learning. And the idea is to validate and affirm the home or indigenous culture and the home language for the purposes of building and bridging that student to success in the culture of academia and mainstream society. We're going to take a look at this, analyzing some scenarios together after we meet in small groups.
Okay, thank you, Hillary. So here's the game plan for getting ready for and the staff meeting itself. Items number 1 and 2 are prep for the staff meeting. Number 1 is watch the charging, which you're doing now. Number 2 is ahead of the staff meeting. There was a link in the email where the charging came from, as well as in Google Classroom, there's a link to a survey called the Common Beliefs Survey. If you could take that brief feedback priming survey before Wednesday. Then for the meeting itself, number 3, 4, and 5. In Classroom, you'll find a link to where we're going to meet. We're going to be meeting with mixed groups. Some of the groups will be meeting in the library initially. Others will be meeting in the tech center. We're planning to start promptly at 3:15, so please be in your spots in your groups at that time. You'll go through a facilitational process with your small group until about 3:40. 3:40 will transition all of us to the library, where the ACE committee will lead us through some whole group CLR scenarios and kind of a debrief until 4:15. And then at that time, we'll have sent out a professional development feedback survey as we've always done. So that's the plan for the staff meeting on Wednesday. Thank you for watching the charging, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great day.